Hello, everyone. Hey, Gabby Mitchell. How's everyone today? Well, thank you for subscribing or going to subscribe. Alrighty. Glad to have you with us. Would you like to say how long you all been playing PICK-3 if you're just starting off, if you're new? So I can have an idea of, what I'm going to teach it. I normally have a set pattern, but it gives me an idea of what I'm going to be doing. Turn it down a little bit. Gives me a little better idea of who's all here and what they're looking for with PICK-3, PICK-3 at a glance. Tell you I got 30 years experience or better with this PICK-3. That's why I came up with my own strategy and started figuring things out for myself because I just wasn't happy with my results. Okay, can I like to? I don't, let's see. The can I like to? I don't understand what the can I like to is. Let's see. Maybe I'm missing something. So you're going to, you like to. Okay. Okay, well, I'm sure if you find a channel, what you're looking for, I would hope that you would subscribe, Gabby. But all I can do is show you what I have to offer and that my strategy that I have works. I have winning tickets. I have proof that the PICK-3 at a glance strategy works. And tracking is the key. There's no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no root sums. Multiple different strategies going to tell you no magical formula or what numbers are coming the next day. All the numbers are random. If you're tracking and you're being tracking, like I started tracking the numbers, you'll realize that they are random. So you have to track the actual 1,000 numbers. I put PICK-3 at a glance together to make it simple and easy for you to track your own numbers for your own state. It's too much work involved for anybody, and especially for me, to tell people what numbers to play for their state and to be able to give you a better result than you can do tracking it for yourself and putting the work in to find your own numbers and understand why you are playing your numbers. Why you would be playing your numbers. There's nothing out there telling you, no magic formula, no magic tic-tac-toe, date sum, grid, or none of that's going to tell you what numbers come the next day, next couple of days, next month, next year. Numbers are random. PICK-3 number can take a 5, 15, 20 years to come out. Just one PICK-3 number. And if you don't know why you playing a number, you have no idea what's going on with those 4,000 numbers in your state. PICK-3 at a glance is formulated so you can see all 1,000 numbers at a glance and know what's going on with them. It's hard but easy work. It's hard but easy work. The easy work is doing it. The hard work is doing it on a consistent basis, studying, but it's easy to track the numbers. I have it set up where you can track the front pair, back pair, and single digits and know everything there will be to know about PICK-3 at a glance. I've won 5 times this month already. No brag, just fact. And I have proof to show you that I've won. Average winning for me is 3 to 4 times out of a month. 5 times is great. But the thing is that you have to study and do the work for yourself, for your state. I don't track numbers for states. I don't give anybody any numbers. There's plenty of other channels doing that for you. And probably a lot of them want to charge you a fee. So only thing I charge for if you call me for one-on-one counseling and for my worksheets. But other than that, I don't do numbers. I don't do no tic tac toes for no. I don't run them up for your state and none of that. I'm sorry if that's what you're looking for. This ain't gonna be the channel for you. Because if you want people to give you numbers and you're happy with taking what they have for you without knowing for yourself, then that's what you do. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your pet died. Okay, I don't do pick fours, Krista. Pick fours, the odds are too long for winning, and it's all luck, in my view. Pick five, all luck. Pick three is the only one that you can track and know why you playing the numbers. And when the numbers don't come in, what's going on with them when they don't come in. Pick three is the only one to me that you can build an actual strategy and a skill set to winning. There's a skill to any and everything. There's no skill set that you can build with a pick four with a 10,000 numbers. There's no skill set you can build with a pick five with 10,000 numbers unless you got a major computer system. And it's still luck. You're gonna get one out of 10,000 numbers with pick four, and one out of 100,000 with pick five. So I don't put my energy into anything I know I can't win. I win with pick three. That's all I can tell you. I win with pick three. Okay, sounds good. But no pick fours, no pick fives. There's one in a 10,000. That the odds are just too great to invest in. Okay, and everything with it is luck in my book. You know, uh, my object is to get you into the winner circle without burning up a lot of money. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start off with explaining what today. Starting off today, I'm going to everybody to know what opposite numbers, which I call them opposites, but some people call them mirrors, and flip numbers are. I see a lot of people on YouTube saying flips and mirror numbers and opposite numbers and stuff like that. I wanted to get that out of the way with my showing and my strategy here. Jesus. Hmm. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Jesus. Hey, I'm live, y'all. I'm live. Okay. You hear? Your daddy called you? Yeah. You see what he wanted already? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now, that's the family woke. It seems like they got my schedule because every time I try to beat them up, they get up with me. So I have to quiet them down a little bit because oh, man, it's loud up in this cap. I got 4 grandkids here, so you can understand, I guess. All right. Now, and it's a joy to be living with them. You know, really, I'm 74 years old, and I never thought I'd want to. You know, I thought I'd always live alone and I'd be okay living alone. But I think, to me, it's not a good decision. Once you're in your 70s and above, you really do need to be probably around. I'm with my daughter and my son-in-law. You really need help. I'm not like I used to be when I was 50 and above a little bit. You try to handle things, but you can realize that you are getting older. You can't see as well, or you're not walking as well, or your memory really is not as good as it should be. But I'm blessed to be here with my grandkids. They're loud. They're loud. They're grandkids. They rambunctious, but they're not bad kids. I mean, they're not running the street causing trouble or anything like that. And my daughter and son does good job at raising them, even though they a lot smaller than what I was when I was coming up. Believe that, because man, there was some things they get away with that I'd probably be homeless or somebody be on somebody. What is that? Doorstep in a basket or something, because we couldn't get away with what these kids get away with today. No way, ain't no way. I had to sometimes just close my ears up or see and don't see, because man, I'd probably run them out the house. They probably be want to do something to me, man. But I mean, like I said, things change, time change, people change. You just got to go with it. But if my eyes deteriorated, and my daughter said, "Dad, you got to come stay with us. I don't want to have to worry about you in this house by yourself." And I said, "Oh, well, y'all, I'll do that. I'm not one of those older persons that say I'm gonna stay at home and no matter what, come hell or high water, I'm gonna stay at home and be lonely till I die." I've seen that happen with too many of my family members. They stay in the house till the house is falling down around their ears, and you almost had to drag them out kicking and screaming. I guess if that's what they want, that's what they want. I realized for me that wasn't gonna be what I wanted. And but I was blessed. I'm blessed still. I'm the oldest of 11. 10 of us are still around, and I have a large family, so it's not like I'm liking anyone to be there for me when I need them. But it's just a blessing that I'm here with my son and my daughter, my son-in-law, and my daughter. It really is a blessing, because when you're older, I don't care how you might tell yourself you can do it, you can't really do it. You need to be with somebody that can help you, because you forget stuff. Minute I've fallen asleep, not even knowing that I had fell asleep. So I was leery of trying to cook something and be scared to put it on the stove. Wouldn't move from in front of the stove cooking at all, because if I go in the couch and look at TV or something, I've been and dozed off before I know it. Um, so you just don't want to, if you can, if you're in shape, when it's time for you to stop living alone when you get in older age, prepare for not being living alone. And because things, you never get too old for a curveball to come in your life either. Just like May the 16th in my home was fine. Um, I have a nice big home, and the tornado hit it here in St. Louis, and damaged my whole home. My whole life was changed in a matter of 30 minutes. Uh, uh, Tore out windows and tore off all the chimney and the roof on my home. The electric power went out. All in 30, less than 30 minutes. All was fine with the world. And 30 minutes later, I was homeless. Because I'm homeless. I mean, I had a home. I was here with my daughter. But now I'm homeless for real. I got to wait for the insurance company, and they taking their sweet time to fix stuff. And I got to meet contractors and janitors. I mean, not people to clean up. Hey, one catch scratches sister. Welcome, 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 everybody. But I'm just going on right now. Morning time is not a good time for me. I'm the night person, but I'm doing this morning. I try to beat these kids up, and they up early today. But yeah, I mean, hey, that's all I got to say. I don't know what somebody might need that's older and thinking about staying at home by yourself. Don't do it. If there's any way your kids or they want you, don't fight them about it. You need the help, and you by yourself too. My wife, 35 years past 2015, and so as I got older and I didn't remarry or find anybody at the point that I want to remarry, my wife spoiled me. I don't think nobody can put up with me to remarry me enough to want to marry me. She spoiled me right. I mean, the thing I wanted, she made sure she did it, and if she didn't figure out what I wanted, she keep going till she got to what I wanted. So yeah. But if you're older, don't try to live alone by yourself. Don't do it. you'll be more happier with your later years living with a family member if you can. Yeah. Okay, now I'm doing this. This here's, I'm gonna start off with this here, and I'm gonna join the chat, but I'm gonna do this here. I think everybody needs to know and get the adjust of this. These are called a diagram. They call these like they usually call it mirror. Uh, okay, numbers. Okay, my pen dried up or something here. Let me see. Man, these pens. Hopefully this one will work. If not, I'll find another one. It's called mirrors. I call them opposite. But they call them mirrors, and they call them flips. So people use these in the same term, and they just don't understand that flips, and they say mirror them, but I call them opposite to separate the actual meaning. Opposites are different numbers. So we're going to learn today what flip mirrors and flips are. So here, mirrors or opposites are adding +5 to a single number. Flips are adding +3 to a single number. So let's start with the mirrors first. And study this. Now, when you get off this video, study this so you understand it if you don't. You got 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, you're going to add +5 to the top number here, okay? And you're going to put that +5, +5. So 5 to 0 is 5. 5 to 1 is 6. 5 to 2 is 7. 5 to 3 is 8. 5 to 4 is 9. All you did was take the 1,000 numbers and divide them in half. It's from triple zeros on top to 499. Okay? And 500 to 999 on the bottom. Okay? Because of 0 is opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. If they say about mirrors, they say same as or mirror. Now, same thing here. 0 mirrors a 5, 5 mirrors a 0, 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1, 2 mirrors a 7, 7 mirrors a 2, 3 mirrors a 8, 8 mirrors a 3, 4 mirrors a 9, 9 mirrors a 4, okay? Say you played, in the lottery, you played 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. All these two numbers mirrors each other or opposite. I use the term opposite because people want to use mirrors and they'll say mirror and flip when they don't. They'll use interchanges when they're totally different. See that? So if you play 0, 1, 2, the lottery played 5, 6, 7, they played the exact opposite number of the 1,000 numbers that you was playing, or vice versa. If you played 5, 6, 7, the lottery played 0, 1, 2, or any other combination, they just played the exact opposite of your number. Or if you played a double, like 1, 1, 2, and they played 6, 6, 7, they just played the exact opposite or vice versa on that double. Like 1 is opposite 6, 6 opposite 1. Okay? And 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. See there? Vice versa. If you played the 6, 6, 7, they played the 1, 1, 2. Exact opposite of each other. Or if you played triple zeros and the lottery played triple fives. They just played the opposite triple of what you were playing. That's why I was telling everybody when I hit the 8s the other day, on the 27th, I think it was, the triple 8s. I was playing the triple 8s and the 333 because they didn't fall at all as a triple in 2024 on evening draw from actually tracking. That's why I say play your numbers till they come. When you track the actual 1,000 numbers, you're not jumping on and off the numbers trying to hit every day, because you know it just simply do not work like that. You cannot figure out what numbers come the next day. It ain't no way. It ain't set up like that. You have to know why you playing your number. And you might have to carry a number for 30, 60 days, 70 days, or however you want to play it, and make it your everyday carry number. If you're going to play every day anyway, you need to be carrying a number that you've then tracked and understand and studied that has a good chance of coming out. I've been telling her about this eights and these threes while I was playing them. I knew why I was playing them in last year while I was playing them. Because neither one had played, because they opposite of each other. See? Like this 8 here, the 3 is opposite 8, 8 opposite 3. Neither one of those opposites failed. And I knew that the 8 front pair hadn't failed all year, all the way to December of last year. The 8 front pair. And that the 8 back pair only played once in January, all the way to December. And it only hit twice in December. So I knew that these 1,000 numbers carry over a third each year. That's why you have to know what numbers you have to carry, your numbers that you playing and tracking, or from year to year to win. Nothing's going to tell you which one of those 1,000 numbers coming the next day, the next 2 days, the next month. You have to track the 1,000 numbers and know when you lost, how you lost. That's the big key. And the only way you're going to know how you lost is knowing what those 1,000 numbers are doing. You have to know what those 1,000 numbers are doing. The grids, the root sums, state sums, the tic-tac-toes, the multiple different rundowns and workouts are only made up numbers for you to try to figure out what numbers are coming. The only thing that really tells you what's going on with the numbers is the actual numbers and what they're doing. And we have to track them to become a bigger and better winner and get in the winner's circle. Okay? And that's what the PICK-3 class is based on. The law average and studying the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing what they're doing. Now here I'm going to show you what the flips are, what they call flip numbers. You're going to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and 9. Okay. You're going to add +3 to all the single numbers. +3, okay? You're going to add +3 to this run line here. You're going to add 3. And then I'm going to tell you why I don't even mess with this flip stuff, because it don't add, 2 and 2 don't add to 4 to me with this. 2 and 2 don't make 4 to me. And if 2 and 2 don't make 4 to me, it don't make sense. And I wasn't that good in math. So if math ain't explained where it makes sense to me, I don't even bother with it. So you add 3 to 0, you get 3. 3 to 1, you get 4. 3 to 2, you get 5. 3 to 6, 3 to 3, you get 6. 3 to 4, you get 7. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 9. 3 to 7, you're going to get 10, but you don't use the 1 on the left hand side. You only use the 0, single numbers in lottery math. 3 to 8, you're going to get 12, but again, you're only going to use the 2 on the right hand side. And 3 to 9, you're going to get, wait a minute. No, that's 11. I'm sorry, 3 to 9, you're only going to get a 1. Let me do the 1 there. 3 to 8, you're going to get a 1 because that's 11. I said 12, right? Okay, because I really don't use this certified while I mess up. 3 to, because I really struck it out my head. 3 to the 9, you're going to get 12. Okay. So that gives you all other 10 numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay, now the reason why, see how easy this was? You had divided the 1,000 numbers in half. It's all pretty. It's all pretty and understandable that the triple zeros on top and the 499 is easy to look at and understand. Okay, that's the direct half of the 1,000 numbers and 500 and the 999 on the bottom. Okay, that makes sense. Now, and that 0, 1, 2 can be the same as 5, 6, 7, or 1, 1, 2 can be the same as 6, 6, 7. That makes sense. The thing that throws me off here, that don't make sense on this, okay, here it is. 0 is the flip of a 3, or 3 flip of 0. 1 flip of a 4, 4 is 1 flip of a 1. 2 flip of a 5, 5 flip of a 2. 3 flip of a 6, 6 flip of a 3. 4 flip of a 7, 7 flip of a 4. 5 flip of a 8, 8 flip of a 5. 6 flip of a 9, 9 flip of a 6. 7 flip of a 8, 8 flip of a 7. No, 7 flip of a 0, 0 flip of a 7, right? Yeah. 8 flip of 1, 1 flip of a 8. 9 flip of 2, 2 flip of 9. So now, instead of, see this 0, 1, 2? Now, instead of being 0, 1, 2, is 5, 6, 7. On this one, 0, 1, 2 equals 3, 4, 5. To me, that don't add up. It's not compute in my head why it would be this 3, 4, 5 instead of a nice even number that makes sense, 5, 6, 7. That's directly underneath. Or triple zeros now, well, let's say the 1, 1, 2 again would be 4, 4, 5, right? You see that? See that to me don't add up. The main reason it don't add up to me, or let's do the triple zeros again. Triple zeros now would be triple threes. No top and bottom that makes sense. There's just some numbers to me because it don't really add up to me. And the real reason why it really don't make sense to me, here, a 1 and a 4, a 1 and a 4 is a flip of each other. But down here, an 8 and a 1 is the flip of. So which one of these is right? Which one of those are right? Is the 4 a 1, or the 1 a 4, or the 8 a 1, or the 1 a 8? Which one is the 1? Is the 1 a 4 or 8? Is the 1 a 4 or 8? Can you tell me if the 1 is a 4 or 8? So which one should I use? How can I? That's too much figuring. We making playing and winning pick 3 harder than it needs to be. We make winning and playing pick 3 harder than what it needs to be. It's not to be this complicated. Pick 3, you can track the numbers and see what they're doing. But the odds of winning don't never change. It's 1 in 1,000 odds. They'll never change. But like I said, somebody explain to me how you can use a 1 can be an 8 and a 1 can be a 4. To me, it don't add up. Algebra. This is algebra. And how are you supposed to win using that? Where it makes sense. And they do the same here. When they do a rundown. The reason why I like the 111 rundown, because when you use the 111 rundown, all the numbers come down in numerical order, makes sense, and it divides the top half of the thousand numbers from the bottom half of the thousand numbers. But here you got, these are some rundowns here that they use. Some of the popular rundowns. And as I was putting this together just the other day, I realized that the 123 and the 369 gives you the same exact numbers, just in different order. I don't even see how that can be beneficial to you to winning. This 123 and 369 give you the same exact orders, numbers in different order. Like I ran it on the 927. That's just a number that I used, the 927, plus is my birthday, but I just used it as a number to do the 1-1, just to see how it works. Because people use the flips and the mirrors to make up numbers. Okay? Flips and the mirrors, that's what they call them. And they'll call a mirror a flip and a flip a mirror. And if you, when you're talking, if you don't understand exactly that a mirror, I call it opposite. That's why I don't even work with mirrors, because too many people misuse it. I don't know whether they understand it or not, but they do misuse it. They'll interchange it. I used to do it before I found what the understanding was to start this channel. But mirrors, you need +5 to any single number. Flips, +3. I don't even deal with flips, really. I don't do nothing with flips at all, because they don't make sense to me to win. And once you start tracking actual 1,000 numbers, you really don't need all this stuff, because we're making it more complicated. I don't need it. You might, and if you can figure it out and use it, now I'm going to be the first to say if something working for you, it's working for you. And so all I say, I win 3 to 4 or 5 times out of a month. And I ain't going to tell y'all I win every day. No, every day. No, 15 times a month. None of that crap, because I understand better than that. I know better than that. And anybody tell me they winning 4 or 5 times out of a week, then I need to see some winning tickets. And as simple as that. If you're saying you're winning 4 or 5 times out of a week, I need to see some winning tickets. That's all. If you're saying that. Now, like here, see all these rundowns. You see that? I wonder if anybody ever noticed that other than me. That the same, and see, these are called rundowns. It's a workout, but it's a rundown, because when you take this, this is rundown 1, 2, 3. This is rundown 3, 1, 7. This is rundown 3, 6, 9. And these are the other rundowns that popular that people use. I only use the 111 rundown with PICK-3 at a glance and tracking the numbers. It's the only rundown you'd have to use is the 111. Period. I don't do the none of these other rundowns, because they don't show you what you need to know. Okay, I don't use any of these other rundowns. Okay. But they can make a rundown out of any of those 1,000 numbers to try to figure out what number is coming the next day, and it don't work like that. Not in my book. Now I don't know what everybody else's book look like, but if somebody else, if like I said, if they saying how they winning, then they need to show you winning, show me winning tickets. That's all I can say, or some form of evidence that they system works. If not, then I don't know what to tell you. Now here, I just did this, see, because they'll say, okay, what they'll say, if like this is a rundown, what the object is, if, say the 927 came in last night, and I run one of these rundowns, I'm supposed to figure out, one of these numbers is supposed to be good for me to play, hopefully the next day, and then the next day, one of these numbers will come out. But if, say, a different number come out that ain't on this list, then they want you to start searching and looking for the number in a different pattern other than straight across. Let's say, say in this column, you used it to do the rundown. And let's say I'm gonna make it easy for you. Say 239 came out, but you don't see a 239 on this list here. Okay. Then they're gonna say, well, here was all the time. We should have made this 4 a 9. And there it is, 239 right there. That ain't how that works. Anytime you change any of these numbers, they made up numbers, and they already made up. All the numbers that come out of these are made up numbers. Out of any rundown workout method is made up numbers. Just like if you go to the store and get quick picks. I'm sorry to tell y'all, that's what I see. If you don't know why you got using the actual numbers. Any of these numbers are made up numbers. And then when you just finding the number after the number come in, it's the same, you're getting the same results. Unless somebody explain to me different why you wouldn't be. Or say the number don't be in here like this, from straight across like this, and it comes and 1, 4, 5 come in. Well, it's in here. No, I'm at 3. No. Let's do it. Now let's make another number. Let's say 348, and this is 348 comes in, and it's not across this away. They're gonna say, "Oh, here it was right here. You should have did this. There it was right there. That's what you should have played. 348. You can make any number you want out of these rundowns, as long as they got 0 to 9 in them, and find 99% of the numbers. That's why you can't just go by a rundown trying to win and changing and flipping numbers. You have to know what the numbers are actually doing. We have to know what the numbers are actually doing to have a better chance of winning. You have to know. If you're changing any of these numbers, they already made up numbers. If you don't know why you're playing them, you're just making up some more made up numbers. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That's what it is to me. Somebody tell me something different, have at it. Now, Illinois last night had the 112 to come in. The 112 to come in. So I'm going to do the 1-1 rundown like I told you all. And remember this now. The flips, because people use them if you're watching anybody other than me, so you'll know the difference. That's the only reason I gave it to you. And the +5 for mirror opposite. I don't use mirrors. I call them opposites. That way ain't no confusion with me. So the starting thing with the PICK-3 at a glance, the winning number that comes in for Illinois' evening draw, and that's all I track is evenings on Illinois. But the strategy PICK-3 at a glance works for all states, any state. Okay. Now 1-1-2 came in Illinois' evening draw. Do the 1-1-1 rundown on it. You add 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10, but you just use the 0, right? Oh, I meant to. Then you add 1 to the 0, you get 1. I drew that line ahead of time. And then 1, yes, again, you're going to count straight down. That's why I use the 1-1-1. If there's an error made, you can easily catch it. You can't catch it with the other methods that easily, because you get doing a 3-6-9 rundown or 7-7-7 rundown or 9-9-9 rundown. Okay, and then count straight down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. Then 3, counting down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2. Same number at the bottom you get the top, you add it correctly. And if you don't get the same number at the bottom and top, you add it wrong down up here. That's all. Now you got a column of 10 numbers. Okay? Of 10 numbers. Okay, 10 numbers. And with these 10 numbers, when you're using the 1-1 rundown, what I did is I took 22 columns. Okay? 22 columns. And I made where I can make up all 1,000 numbers in a possible combination with 22 simple columns. 12 columns for the singles, and 10 columns for the doubles, plus with the triples on it. Okay, and whatever winning number come in, it will always be found on these 22 columns. Whatever the winning number that came in, and this 122 was the winning number for Illinois. Okay, now I need to find the 112 on the 22 columns, which it'd be 10 because it's just this 112 is a double. Okay, so I'm gonna go to bring out my sheet. Okay. Okay. Let me get my sheet here. Okay. These are the 22 columns. These are the singles, which is 12 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And here are the doubles. Are the doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So at a glance, you can see everything about those 1,000 numbers. No guesswork, no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grids, no flip and multiple different rundowns. All you have to do is find out what number came in and eliminate it off the columns. And these numbers up top on the on the doubles is 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros. 011, 022, 033, and 044. One of these numbers, base numbers, whatever winning number come in here, will always be in that rundown. One of these numbers will always be in that rundown. Okay, now, we said that the 112 was the winning number came in, and here's the base number that's on top. It's the 001 right here. and you go to the 001 and you find the 112. Here's the 001 and you circle it. And you circle it. See there? And I can tell for the year that it's been played 3 times already at a glance. This is not guesswork. This is knowing. My main thing, my main objective is to mark it off. I just really just need to know that it came in. I put the little check marks on it so I have a little idea how many times it might have came in or played for the year. This here is a yearly sheet that I do where I can track everything for the whole year. Everything that's circled here now, up from January to present, I know what has fallen and not fallen off of each column at a glance. See here? At a glance. I know what fell and hasn't fell. So anything that hasn't failed is working with the law average. I'm narrowing the numbers down as I go through the year. Those are numbers I'm going to be looking up playing to play. The numbers that haven't played, working with the law average. I'm not looking at the numbers that played because I have an idea really when they will come back. But if I know a number ain't played in 6 months, I got an idea that that number is going to come in. Okay? And how long, an idea about how long it might take. Any number can take 30 days. If you ain't willing to hold on to a number for a month or your numbers for a month, what you're playing, depending on your budget, then don't play it. Because you know how you play your numbers and then as soon as you get off of it, it come? That's because you ain't got, you know, you need a little while to hit these numbers. But when you hit, you know, to reinvest and you ain't looking at trying to find a new number, you already going on your list to find out what's the next best number to play because you continuously looking at the numbers. Or we're continuously looking at the numbers. I include myself in that. I'm continuously looking at the numbers. I know what the numbers are. I'm building a bucket list of the numbers that haven't played, like here. Well, I'll show you that. I don't want to confuse you, but anyway, I'm building a bucket list of numbers to know that haven't played. Now here, so let's go back to the doubles and find the 112. We found the base number is 001, I think, and here's the 112 again. And like I say, we did mark it off. That way I know what all the numbers doubles have played and what have not played for the whole year at a glance. So I don't have to guess what's going on with the numbers. I know what's going on with all 1,000 numbers. And every organized column. The 8s just came out for the year. But I knew last year with this, from a sheet like this from last year, that the 3s and the 8s had not failed. And why I picked the 3s and the 8s, because they opposite each other. And what was going on with the 3s and the 8s, the front pair, back pair, single digits. I know everything it is to know about my number that I'm playing. So when my number don't come in and something else come in, I know why or how, maybe possibility about how long it might even take. But there's no guarantee of how long no number going to take. Because like I said, it could take 15 years for a number to come exact. It could take 115, 15 years to come in. It could take any of these numbers to come just like they come in exact. The thing is to know is what numbers haven't played and see how they fallen and what's going on with them. If I don't know triple fall all for the whole year up to January and December, November, December, then I'm looking for a triple that I'm going to play because usually you'll get a triple 3 times out of the year. That's working with the law average. You'll get a triple 3 times out of the year. That's why I said I was looking at the 3s and the 8s. But I knew I had put those 8s in for last year for the simple fact the 8 hadn't fell on the front all the way to December. And it only fell once in January with the 288. So I had my eye on them 8s, them triple 8s. But I also knew the odds of the chance of a triple coming in, knowing this, was slim to none in 2024 because the 5, 6, 7, and 9s had came in. Triple nines had came in. Um, had came in last year in 2024 on evening draw. So I knew it was well over the odds for another triple to come in. But I still was on target because I knew the eights should probably be the next one to come out, the 3 or the eights. And the next triple that really did come out was the eights in 2025. Because these numbers, there's 1,000 other numbers. 1,000 numbers. Okay? A 1,000 numbers. Out of those 1,000 numbers, basically what you're going to be looking at close, you're going to get a third this year in 2025, in 2026, and 2027. You're going to get a third of the 1,000 this year, or different numbers, and a third this year. But they're going to rotate, and as they rotating, you got an idea of what numbers that didn't show in 2025 going to show up in 2026. And what didn't show up in 2026 going to show up in 2027. So it takes about 3 whole years for all those 1,000 numbers to come out from when you start tracking. From when you start tracking in your state. Now don't start all over again and throw everything, all the data that you got here away, because you're going to need that data to win in 2026 and 2027 working with the PICK-3. Now the PICK-4 and PICK-5, unless you got something awesome going on to track, you don't know what's going on with them even every day, every year. But you can know what's going on each year with PICK-3, with PICK-3. Okay? That's why I do PICK-3, because I can backtrack at a glance with this one sheet what's going on from year to year, month to month, and day to day at a glance. No guesswork. No grids, no date sums, no tic-tac-toe, no root sum, no multiple different rundowns and workouts. And it's hundreds of those out here. And they all do them different. It's hundreds of these methods out there. And everybody do them different. And everybody use a different rundown. This here is the same. When I tell you to go to column 5, you know what I'm talking about. When I say such and such a number, look at it. You know what I'm talking about. When I say why you should be looking at it, you'll know what I'm talking about. This here, if I say do a tic-tac-toe one day, I'm doing it one way. If I say look for a pattern one day, and then another pattern, and another pattern, and another pattern for your state, and this pattern for your state, that pattern might not show up in your state. The pattern might take 2 years to show up. It's not patterns we're looking for. It's numbers, conditions. Just like a tornado, like the weather can predict the rain and the tornado and everything. When you're tracking the actual numbers, you're going to be able to predict. If a column here 4 ain't fell in 5 months, you can predict that, hey, something got to fall off this column unless they cheating. I ain't never seen a column where no column didn't hit out for a whole year. Anything's possible now, but it ain't been doing since I've been playing. So if I see that 004 ain't failed in 5 months, you better believe my ducats and my money going on this column. And 9 out of 10, I know what numbers didn't fall off this column. And I'm going to put extra money on those numbers when I play the whole column 50-cent box. And if my numbers that I know ain't came yet, 56 bucks, then I'm going to add more money on this column. I'm not going to jump off of these 10 numbers. Why would I jump off of them? And I done won on them already, and I know it's going to take get a hit off of a column that ain't shown about 3 more times in a lot of cases off that one column. So you don't have to guess no numbers and try to figure out no numbers. You know what's going on. This column here in 2024, column number 5, The first number of the year was at 616. 616. It was the only number that fell off this column for almost 4 or 5 months. But when it did fall, I was ready for it. I was waiting. Because when the numbers take a while, I'm looking at my chops. I hope they don't come. Because when I win, I know what column where I'm going to get my numbers from. I ain't guessing where my numbers coming from. I know where I'm getting my numbers from. I ain't got nobody give me numbers. They need to sell me no numbers because I'm looking at my numbers for my state. Can't nobody sell me no numbers for Illinois. Can't they give me no numbers for Illinois? If I don't know where I'm playing, they can suggest. But when they suggest, I got my data right here in front of my face. If they tell me to play a number that ain't in my data or way off, I'm not going to play. I don't even play my birthday unless it shows me a reason why to play it. Certain conditions, I don't play it. For what? I'm looking at what I'm playing. I know why I'm playing. I'm not guessing why I'm playing no number. All these numbers here, remember I was showing you about the mirrors or the opposite? I call them opposites. All these numbers and these columns opposite each other. That's why it's so easy for me to keep track. Okay? All these columns, numbers opposite each other. That's why I use the 1-1 rundown. See how these numbers are all opposite, makes is in an organized manner. A 1 opposite of 6, 6 opposite of 1. Okay, so this top number is 112. The opposite number of it is 667. This 223, the opposite number of it 778. The 334, the opposite number of it is 889. The 445, the opposite of it is the 990. The 556, opposite is the 001 until you get to the 115. At a glance, same way on these sheets. All these numbers are opposite each other. So at a glance, if I know if this column here ain't hit in 4 months, and I see that the 445 and the 990 ain't played off this column in 9 months. I'm sorry, I said 9 months. In 5 months, or however many months, I usually start looking after 6 months. I start looking at a column. Not 6 months, I'm sorry. 60 days, I start looking at a column. I'm going to load up on these two numbers because they opposite each other. Now, the law average just increased. That one or the other, these more likely will come out. I'll play this whole column here, 50-cent box. And say that I'm playing these here straight box. And if these numbers don't hit, but one of the others hit, then I'm going to play it the next day or continue to carry it and load up a little extra on here. Because now if it's a 50-cent box, it's $80. And it comes in one of these numbers. For $50. Now I'm going to load up on here. Or a dollar box if you want to play a dollar box on it. But whatever money I hit on here, I'm staying with this column. I'm not jumping off this column because I can know how long it's been since this column hit. Or any of the columns, you'll be able to know how long it hit. Because along with this is an annual sheet. Each month, now August, I'm going to have a monthly sheet. September, I have a monthly sheet. November, I have a monthly sheet. December to the end of the year. I got separate individual monthly sheets, plus I transfer the data to a yearly sheet so I can see what numbers and hit off the and hit and how they hit for the whole year. Like I say, it's work, but it's easy work. It's work, but it's easy work. And anybody follow me, they would have to go to their state, go all the way back to January. Now, don't do midday and evening. Everything has to be separate. Midday numbers have to be separate from evening. Evening numbers have to be separate from midday. Midday numbers don't bring evening numbers. Evening numbers don't bring midday numbers. Numbers don't travel. Numbers don't follow each other. They do what they do. And the only thing you're going to know what they're doing is tracking the actual numbers. Because the odds are 1 in 1,000, period. And there's no rhyme or reason out of those 1,000 what number is coming the next day. No rhyme or reason to what numbers are coming the next day. That's why we have to track the numbers. It gives you it's going to open your eyes up to a whole lot more than what you would see with the grids, the tic-tac-toes, the date sums. You just can't. These here give you a bunch of numbers that you have no idea why you would be playing them. And then especially when you can change a 3 to an 8 or a 3 to a 6 using the flips and the mirrors, or a 5 to a 0 or 5 to an 8. All these are just making a bunch of numbers, made up numbers, to try to figure out of the made up numbers what's coming the next day. When you got the actual numbers, you can look at and build a strategy and a skill set to know what the probability of a number coming out. I won 5 times this month. Okay, now I'm telling y'all, I don't want to keep saying stuff like this because I don't have to prove what I know. I ain't got to prove that this works, other than showing you all some tickets. I don't show everything I win either. I just show you enough to let you know that this strategy works. I don't know about, I used to do all the other strategies, but like I said, when I won, I didn't know how I won, what I won, how I got there, why I got there. Now I won, what I do. It was too many whys I couldn't answer. And if you got a lot of whys when you playing you can't answer, then you need to look at something different to win. PICK-3, that's all I'm talking about. PICK-3. PICK-4s, I don't mess with. PICK-5s, I don't mess with. PICK-3 is my specialty because I love doing this. I really do. I love tracking them numbers down. I love tracking these numbers down because they got me for so long. Now I can see what they're doing. I love it. I love what they're doing with it. I can see what they're doing in Illinois. And anybody want to put their system up against mine in Illinois in this state, bring it on. It could be fun. But tracking is the key. Tracking is king. To know what you know for sure. But you have to pay the cost to be the boss. Now but once you go back and build up your data, get your data from January to now, everything's gonna be downhill because you'll just be tracking the data from month to month, and you'll have the data. And all you're gonna need really is a year's worth of data. Now you got 6 months worth of data here, but in your state, if you have a lot of numbers that's not marked, now if you mark them all off, that means you didn't marked off for midday and evening. These have to be marked off separate. You have to do a sheet for midday and a sheet for evening. A sheet for midday, a sheet for evening. If you got 4 states, you're going to track all 4 of them. You're going to do one for all 4 draws. Midday numbers don't bring evening numbers. Evening numbers don't bring midday numbers. Numbers don't travel. Numbers don't just fall on certain days. They all random. Full moons don't bring numbers. They all random. Rainy days don't bring numbers. They all random. They all random. You want it, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. Here, another one now. I'm telling you. And you have to be OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. Don't play out of need or greed. Don't play out of need or greed. Make it fun. If it ain't fun, quit. That's all I can say. It ain't no fun in losing, but I'm hoping that you study more than you play, and you don't have to lose because the number's not going anywhere. And just track and watch and see what they're doing. Watch the actual numbers and see what they're doing. This is strategy number 2, right here. What I did, I took out of the 1,000 numbers, and as I developed my strategy, I realized I needed more and more tools to work with to be a bigger and better winner, I came up with this triangle here because I knew that single pairs was an important uh, part of winning. And I knew it was imperative for me to know what pairs I played and what pairs I hadn't played. So I had no system of knowing that, no way of knowing pairs in particular. So you know that it came 112 came out. 112. I'm going to demonstrate this here. 112 came out yesterday evening. This 112. I'm going to do another 121. Let's see, 123. And I do a triple. Let's do triple zeros. You got three different numbers. So in strategy number 2, you're going to mark off three different pairs. So if 112 come in, you're going to look for 12, 13, and 23. Okay? That's three different pairs you would have on the sheet. Since it's 112, you got two different numbers, so you can only have two pairs. Would be 11 and 12 pair. And zeros, you're only going to have one pair to mark off, and that would be the triple zeros. And on the sheet here, what did I do with my pen? Okay. We had the 112 to come out. Now see, these numbers from June to July for this pair, there's 2,710 pairs of those 1,000 numbers I put together in this little triangle that you'll know all the pairs that came in and not came in. And see, this is last month's June numbers data that I just transferred down here at a glance. I can tell you what happened last month and this month at a glance. Any number that I don't mark off in June, I highlight them here in July. So at a glance, I know what's going on with what pairs I'm going to play. Anything that I don't hit in June is the numbers I'm going to look as part of my winning in July. So we had, see here, up to now, the 12, the 13, and the 23 hadn't fallen. I had just mentioned those. I said I would play 1, 2. If it didn't fall by the end of the month, I would be looking at playing this 12, 13, and 23 as 1, 2, 3. But like I said, and then I would be carrying that over to next month. But yesterday, they did the 1, 1, 2. So they picked up the 12. See how the law average work, and you can see what's going on? Come on, pen. The 12, okay? So, and 11. Remember I said you'd be marking off two pairs. And if you had the 1, 2, 3, you would have been marking off the 12, 13, and 23. And the triple zeros, you would just mark off the zeros. And every time you're doing this and studying, you're learning something. You're seeing what's going on with those 1,000 numbers and their pairs. The way I use this is with the 8s. I knew that the 8s hadn't failed last year and how they failed. Tracking the pairs and the front pair and back pair. You start knowing what conditions and what to look for by knowing what the actual numbers are doing. Just by hitting those triple 8s. If you see, you might see any pair and how long it takes. If it takes 2 months and a pair don't show up, then that's the pair you're going to start getting your eye on to win. And you'll wheel a pair. If you don't know what wheeling is, how you wheel pairs. Let's say the pair is 1, 2. You know ain't failed for 2 months, okay? For 2 months it ain't failed. You hadn't played, but you're gonna pick it up, put it on your I call bucket list to play. When you win, you know where you're going to get your pair. You're gonna wheel it down. 1 2 0, 1 2 1, 1 2 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 4, 1 2 5, 1 2 6, 1 2 7, 1 2 8, and 1 2 9. So anything with a 1 2 come in and you 50 box it, you win. You see that? Now when I win, by that time, I got a better idea of what that 1 2 pair and how I probably would use it. What if I know that the 1 2 6 ain't came in and it's opposite the 6 7 1 ain't came in either? Then I'm definitely gonna play this 1 2 6 and this 6 7 1. If I know neither one of them ain't came in and how long it's been, and I know the 1 2, because they could play the opposite on you. But you know that. You ain't guessing that. And if anything else come in other than that, I'm still gonna win, and I'll take that extra money and play extra on these 2 numbers here. I'm not gonna jump off of my 10 numbers that I'm already got and I'm winning on to start playing something else. And that's what I had. Some of these pairs I had a pair take 4 months and didn't show up. It can take a pair 4 months and not show up. And man, I was ready for that boy, bad boy, when he showed up. And you'll be ready too, because you know what's going on. Working with the law averages, got to show them unless they're cheating. 4 months is about as much as I go on. You be ready. These numbers ain't going nowhere. Just watch them. And if you got a pair that ain't showed up in 4 months, then and if you ain't played in a while, then I wheel that pair. Okay, so here we got that's strategy number 2. This is strategy number 1. Now, let me say this though. Strategy number 2, if you just starting and you want to track, just do strategy number 1 with the 22 numbers. Go back, collect the data, eliminate all the numbers that been played up to January. Okay? Then these here, strategy number 2, I would probably see what pairs are left out. I probably would just go back 2 months on it, just to see what the pairs are left and have not played. Because I would want to definitely know if a pair is out there that I can look at to win off of that ain't played in 60 to 90 days. I would definitely go back only 2 months. This here, you would have to go back a year for your data to really be able to strategize better. But strategy number 2, a couple of months. Maybe strategy number 3. What I'm going to show you on strategy number 3, what I did with here, I took 3 columns from 0 to 9. And with those 3 columns being, when I was trying to learn, people saying, well, when you got a code number, use that code number with the numbers you playing and the numbers you playing. But that was cool, but I want to know what position I would play that code number in. Like the 1 1 2, I would mark off the 1 in the front, the 1 in the middle, and 2 on the end. Or if a triple came in, I'd mark off, say 000, I'd mark off 0 0 0. Or if a single came in like 3, 4, 5, I mark off the 3 on the front, the 4 in the middle, the 5 on the end. Now, whatever number in whatever position didn't fall, then that would be the number I would look to play with my number in what position to play it. Let's say we had the 1, 1, 2 to come in, right? Had the 1, 1, 2 to come in. And I was playing that 1, 1, 2 daily and it hadn't came in yet. This 1, 1, 2. And I realized that the 2 ain't filled on the front for the whole month. So when I go into August, now I'm going to play that 1, 1, 2 as 2, 1, 1. Or any number that I have, I'm playing a 2 in. What if I'm playing 1, 2, 3? Then I'm going to play that 2 as 2, 3, 1 or 2, 1, 3. Because now I know where to place that 2 along with the number that I'm playing. Instead of just leaving it like the 1, 2, 3 I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just play this. I play this straight box, as I always do. And then I would add these 50 cents straight, because the likelihood of it that 2 coming on the front is great then. But I'm not popping off and on these. Once I get on a number, I stay on my number. Play them till they come make that money, y'all. You don't jump on and off these numbers. Because you really won't. Once you start tracking, you won't be doing that. You realize what it takes to win. For real, what it takes to win. Other than that, you won't be jumping on and off, believe me. You're going to stick with your numbers once you start tracking and see what the numbers are actually doing. This strategy number 3. Strategy number 4 is front pair, back pair. Now, I would suggest that you would do that front pair, back pair. Strategy number 4. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Scott. Hello. Hey, everybody. All right. The 1, 1. This is the front pair and back pair sheet. They are all the same. Okay? The top numbers and the bottom numbers. All right, I came up with this because I need some more tools to work with to get in the winner circle. So I say, now I need to know what the front number that didn't come in and back number didn't come in. Front number, back number. Pairs, rather. And that's different than strategy number 2. Those are the single pairs. These are the front and back pairs. So it was 1, 1, 2 that came in. See that 1, 1, 2, I can see at a glance that it already came in, the 1, 1 on the front, and the 1, 2 on the back that came in. So I know that those pairs are played. And that way for the whole year, I can track everything going on with the front and back pairs. Just like the triple ace that just came in. Last year I realized that this 8-8 pair on the front hadn't failed but one time. No, hadn't failed at all on the front. Well, it did fall, but it hadn't failed until December, up to December, the 8-8 on the front. And only failed once in January on the back is 2-8-8. So right then and there, all for the whole year, I had my eye on them 8s to see how long it was going to take for them to fall, because I knew when it started getting like this time in July, now I'm seeing what's out there to look at to start tracking the win. So I picked up these 8s. But the thing was, like I said, I knew that those 8s might not show up for last year because the 5, 6, 7, and 9s had played. That was 4 above the law average numbers. So I said, okay, another triple probably won't drop in 2024, which I was sure of that pretty much. but I would be amiss not to play it knowing what I knew about how the numbers, the conditions the numbers in, and this was a high condition. So, but when it got to 2025, I told everybody I was playing the threes and the eights. Them was the only triples. I usually don't look at playing triples to the end of the year, but the threes and the eights are the ones that I was going to be playing. If it's 50 cents, a dollar, $2, whenever I got a chance to play them, those was what I was playing. And the eights just came in on the 27th, triple eights. And I only called two. I didn't say play all triples. I didn't say play 15 triples. I didn't say play nothing. I called two triples to look at, and they came in. This is what tracking does for you. And this can happen for anybody's state. You're looking for what conditions to play the numbers in, not patterns, conditions of what the numbers are doing. Just like the weatherman can predict storms. If you start watching the conditions and how the numbers are falling, you can do the same. Or we can do the same. Okay. Front pair, back pair. That's what I look for. I always look to see what the doubles are. Now for this year, the thing is, our only front pair of a double that ain't played is the 5-5, and the back pair is the 4-4. Now, right there, I'm really not too hot on triples just yet. I knew that the eights and the threes was the only ones I wanted to pick up. But when I seen already in July that all the front and back pairs didn't fail except for the fives and the fours, I can't say how many triples gonna hit no more. So I probably won't even be investing in triples other than this 8 and 3 that I was playing with. I might just keep the 8s and the 3s because they were the opposite of each other. They hadn't played at all. But as far as any other triples, I won't be looking at them. Like I said, when you all doing this, y'all might see something totally that I missed. That's why I don't really try to tell you all what numbers to play, because y'all can see something that I totally missing, especially with my eyes today. I just had eye surgery and I got glaucoma, so my vision is getting impaired pretty much. But I could miss something that you would see and bang them with and have a better perception of what I see. So no, if you're doing this, it's not going to be hard to see what something I might miss. Okay, that's why I don't give numbers. That's why I don't do that. I don't put up numbers to play. I don't do any of that because I know what it's going to take is I can show you and help you to get in the winning circle, but the work that it takes to really get there is going to be on the party that's playing and trying to win. Okay, now, and that's why I say it's only 5, and I've never seen them doubles being taken out that quick. But all the way up in June, only 6 months into the year, and all the front and back of the doubles are gone. Just about they are, because there's only 2 left: the 5-5 on the front and 4-4 on the back. I haven't seen that. But see, this is my first time being in Illinois with that fireball or wild ball thing, and it is altering the numbers. But at least it's not a surprise to me. I see it. I know that the numbers are altered, but I still win. But I know it's off, so I just follow the conditions of what's going on here in Illinois. That's what that works with. And you'll see it too in your state. If you don't have the fireball and wild ball, the numbers are going to come a little sooner. But with this fireball and wild ball, it does make a difference in how long the numbers take to come out and how they're falling. But like I said, if you're tracking, once you start tracking, it won't be a surprise to you. Okay, and this sheet here, I would catch it up for the year. And strategy number 3, I would go back and catch it for about 2 months. Strategy number 3, these two, I wouldn't try to. These two here, I want to know what single pair ain't played in the last 2 months for sure, and maybe what single number ain't fell in position for sure for about 2 months back. Other than that, I probably wouldn't worry about it. but you definitely need to know what numbers have played and not played. And here's for Illinois. See, I think somebody, uh, look, when numbers come in, they do hit. If anybody was watching me when I was telling you all, these for Illinois, these are front pairs and back pairs that hadn't played. Anything circled off of this sheet already played. Okay? Front and back for Illinois' evening draw. And that's what I do. I'll make a sheet like this so at a glance too I know automatically what fronts and backs ain't played. Like I say, the 5-5 and the 4-4 here. Only ones on the back ain't played doubles. Front and back left. And then here I look at stuff like this. See this 3, 3, 4. There's 34, there's 36, 37, 38. Now, when I win, I'm going to pick these up because for 4 numbers this time of the year having hit, that's a good category to play on the front pairs for me. Okay? And then here, the 01, 02. Now, double check me, though. I'm pretty sure they ain't played. And these 3 here I would look at. The 01 on the back, the 02, and the 08 on the back. To me, is a condition for the next pairs on the back to be coming out. And then here, like I say, I build a bucket list. I always know what numbers I have to play. Not looking for numbers. I already have my numbers set up. Like this 995 just came out. See what I mean by with the law average? These numbers are opposite each other. Man, I kept telling you about the numbers and their opposites for the year that were left. And the 995 just hit. 995 just hit. And that's what you want to do. You want to see what numbers and their opposite haven't hit. Now, see these here? I definitely got my eyes on here. This is off of column 7. It's 6 numbers off of that column ain't hit yet for the whole year. And that's opposite. The 018, the 563, the 129, the 674, the 341, and the 896. See that? So that knows to me column 7 is my column. I'm gonna pick my pick up the numbers from my bucket. And this 341, I'm looking at playing it exact like this. If it come in and the 341 don't, I'm gonna definitely load up on the 341. You know why? I'm gonna show you why. Show you exactly why. This is me. This is me seeing and looking. See out of those 4, like I said, ain't played right here. 3, 4 on the front ain't played. So that 341 is definitely, I would call my money number. My running to the bank number. Like the 500 was my running to the bank number. This is going to be my running to the bank number. When you see that 341, you know momoneyterry ran to the bank. I ain't going to tell y'all what bank. The 341 is going to be my bank number running to the bank. Okay? That's how you put the numbers to match them up. You can see what's going on with them. Another thing you can do, you made up the front numbers with the back numbers. Like you could do 344. So you can see the 34 ain't fell on the front or the back. Just like the last number to fall was the 646. The 64 and the 46 haven't played. This is the conditionings you're looking for on your numbers, matching them up. You can look at the 46, 468. You can study the numbers and start building your skill sets. You want to match the front numbers with the back numbers. This 06 came with this 20 came with 206. It's 206. But I could have made it up with any of these. This 201 is 202 and this 208 would be. I would look at. So you can make them up. You start make, but don't get in a rush in a hurry. If I was to go with this 341, I'm gonna stay on that 341, and because it's on this column that I just showed you right here. You see this off of column 7? You've probably seen that in that short I just posted for everybody to look at to play for the rest of July and August. See column 7 right here. This 018 and this 563 ain't played. This 129 and this 674 ain't played. This 341, see there? See, that's my money number. 341. Now I ain't playing it yet, y'all, because I got my bucket list of them that I'm playing and I'll stick with them. I ain't jumping off of. Now when they hit, then I'll play some more. The 341 and its opposite, the 896 haven't played that I know of. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I ain't missed nothing. You can double check me now, but and the whole column, I play the whole column 50 bucks when I pick it up, and then if the money numbers that I'm talking about and their opposite don't show up, I'm going to reinvest extra heavy on those numbers, on those 6 off of this column. And I'm not going to get back off this column when it hit, because the likelihood this column's going to hit a couple more times. I'm going to stay on the column. And I got 10 numbers to choose for other than trying to find a number to play every day and playing different numbers every day trying to win. Because I don't have to, because now I know why I'm playing any of my numbers. Okay, I think I pretty well covered all the bases here. All right, any questions, anybody? Where we at? Oh, come on. Straight 8 number combo. This how I make my straight 8 number combos. I guess I don't understand what you're saying there, Will. Hey, Husna, how you doing? Hey. This is Nadia. Okay. Man, what is this? You say, what's New Jersey? I'm state specific for Illinois' evening draw. On Pick-3 at a Glance, I really don't give out numbers. I teach you how to fish. I don't give fish. That's all I can say. I teach you how to fish, Nadia, but welcome to the channel. But, I mean, it's a lot of other channels that'll give you numbers. But my purpose here with Pick-3 at a Glance is to teach you how to get into the winner circle for yourself. I got you. Yeah, front and back pair. Yeah, for sure, Will. Yeah, that front and back pair, along with strategy number 2, is good. Believe me, the single pairs. Yep. But anybody else catch the mates on here? I know y'all, if you was with me, y'all heard me talk about them for sure. I didn't have them posted, but you know, if you was following me. Do you use the 20 pairs in conjunction with your combo making? Oh, husband, you haven't hit anything. let's see, do I use the 20 pairs in conjunction with the combo? They doing the repeats. Now, like I said, the only thing that I notice with repeats, if they doing repeats and they do the same repeat in the same month, I would do that repeat in its opposite. I don't know if you're seeing that happening in Hush. Now, I would do, like if they play 1, 2, 3 1 month and 2, 3, 1 1 month in the same month, then I'd play the 6, 7, 8 the following month along with the 1, 2, 3. That they do that in Illinois too. They do that in Illinois too. But like I said, it's according to your budget what you want to pick up and play. Like they did the 6, 7, 8. Oh, I forget what month it was. Back to back, 6, 7, 8, and then that next month they played the 1, 2, 3, and then they played the 6, 7, 8 also. So that's what they do with those, and that's how usually how I catch them, because they do that. They will do those repeats, but they don't throw me off with the repeats because um, what I do is throw it right back at them. And you say, do you use the 20 pairs in conjunction with combo making? Yeah, yeah, I do use the 20 pairs. Will, I think I understand what you're saying here, but do I with the combo? Okay, you're saying it's numbers that done failed 3 or 4 times this year, and the mirror number still hasn't failed. Okay. You say these 20 pairs shown in all single 0, 2, 0. Okay, maybe you're talking about strategy number 2, Will, on the question on the mirrors not falling. I only look for the ones that have not fallen together, to play them together. I don't look for the number and play just the mirror because the numbers have fallen that many times. I look for the numbers where the number and its opposite haven't fallen at all, like 1, 2, 3, which is opposite of 6, 7, 8, that hasn't failed together at all throughout the year. I guess you get that. Because a number that failed a couple of times, well, I mean, I did tell you that, but if a number has failed a couple of times, So, okay. I don't know if I'm really getting what you're trying to say here with the O2, the O3, the O4, the O8, plus the 16 more pairs. Okay. I don't know if I understand what you're asking here, Will, to try to explain it. 55 base pair reduced to 20. Okay. You talking about for strategy number 2, Will? Okay, hold on a minute. You talking about strategy number 2? $55 base pair reduced to 20. Oh, okay. This here is strategy number 2. This is where I took all the single pairs, which is 2,710 of them, and know whatever single pair didn't fall each month by eliminating all the pairs for the whole month and whatever pairs the next month. That way I know how to use that pair because I know it hasn't played. A pair A single pair can take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and never show up. And the longer it takes working with the law average to come out is when I start looking at it to put it into my bucket list of numbers to play to win, to get into the winning circle. So that's strategy number 2, right here. Okay. Thanks for your question. Hey, hi, Joe. Uh, welcome, Florida. You have any questions from Florida? About PICK-3? Do you play PICK-3 at regular, or are you just looking at starting to play PICK-3, Joe? I'm state specific, Joe, for Illinois' evening draw. On this channel, I teach people how to find their own numbers for their own state. I don't really give numbers for states because that work there is, a lot of work for some people. You're starting to play, okay. All right, well, if you like, I can direct you to a full video you might want to look at, and you want to come back here to my lives and get filled in more on them. It's called PICK-3 for Newbies 517. PICK-3 for Newbies 517. YouTube it in the search, and I'll come up, and it's the full video about my whole strategy. I just ran through all that about an hour ago. It's called PICK-3 for Newbies 517. Okay. You're so welcome.
Mhm.
Hey, Danny. I okay. Go over all the steps. I just finished going over all the steps. I'm uploading this video. Is it? Have you seen the steps before, or did you want? Is there something in particular that you like for me to do? Now you can go to. I have a full video. It's called "PICK-3 for Newbies." You can YouTube it. 517. "PICK-3 for Newbies" 517 if you want all the steps. But basically, what I'm having here is particular for particular questions to answer about PICK-3 in general and probably PICK-3. But if you want to see a full video other than what I've done here already, I've been on here an hour. Other than waiting for me to upload, you can go to a full video. PICK-3, PICK-3 for Newbies 517. YouTube it, and I'll come up full video. You're so welcome, Dan. I really don't think they know something you don't. I think they spending a lot of more money than you probably. I'm gonna tell you that. I see people spend hundreds of dollars, PICK-3 and PICK-4. Now how they do it, I don't know. But I really don't think they know no more than tracking these numbers. And like I said, it's a lie. They don't know no more than you know. Believe me. The odds will show you. You'll see tracking. They don't know no more. And if they know more, you see I see the same people spend the same amount every day, and I be watching them and the numbers they play, because I know some of the storytellers, and they know what numbers they play because they throw the tickets away, and them tickets ain't hitting like that, and they spending $200 a day now. How they getting their money is between them and God. Now I might want to know more how they getting their money more than how they playing the game. That's all I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they ain't winning like they playing. Yeah, but yeah. Hmm. Can I see how many wins on the report? Let's see. Uh, no, I don't really see how many. I mean, this is on the lottery itself. You can see how many wins. That's sometime I look at that. They used to have it. I really don't pay attention to that too much. But I see normally the biggest wins on most states are triples. Triples, because a lot of people play all the triples every day, and that's usually the biggest winner on wins. And how they play triples every day, more power to them. That's all I can say. But it ain't worth it, because triples don't pay no more than any other number. Triples don't pay any more than any other number. Oklahoma shows it. Oh, okay. I don't think. I haven't seen that in Illinois. The number of winners and stuff. I don't think Missouri used to have it. I don't think it's on their website anymore, and I don't know if it's on Illinois' website anymore. Oh, you can ask for a printout at the stores. Okay. Um, I've never asked for a printout of the winners at the stores that I know of ever. So I may next time I go to a store, I'm in the vicinity, I might ask for a printout, see if Illinois even have something like that. Half of them don't even know how to print up the tickets, so I don't know about printing out nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. I'll check though for sure, because I've never asked for a printout of the winners and stuff like that. They used to have stuff like that on these websites, but they don't have it anymore on a lot of them. They used to have it where you could track the data on the website. I don't know which states still have something like that on their website. where you can see front pair, back pair. I don't know about the single pairs, but you see what back pair and what front pairs feel, and what numbers have not fallen or fallen. I think, but I don't think they have that anymore in a lot of states. I know they don't have it in Missouri. I know they don't have it in the Missouri anymore because that kind of gave me the idea of putting my system together when they stopped doing it in Missouri. Yeah, that's my granddaughter told me that the young kiddies they don't know nothing about this PICK-3 stuff. They ain't even interested in it. And looking at my analytics, most of the people that on the channel that PICK-3 channels are between 45 to 70 or better. Those the ages that be interested in PICK-3 pretty much. No, these kiddies don't care about this. And they stay at their home with their mamas till they 35 and 40, so why would they? They ain't got nothing to do, play video games. They don't care about nothing else. If you can, you give them. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Welcome. I'm glad to have you with us. Do you have any questions about PICK-3 in general, or you're new to PICK-3, or what are you looking with PICK-3? Looking at with PICK-3? Well, pretty much what I do is I take 22 numbers. I take 22 numbers, do the 111 rundown on the 22 numbers. And with those 22 numbers, you have all the 1,000 numbers and the 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. You have the front pair, back pair, and single digits. That's the formula that I use, pretty much, where I teach individuals to track their own numbers for their own state. I just did an hour video uh, demonstrating it before you came on. I don't know if you how long you've been on, but you can, if you don't know or not familiar with it, you can wait for an upload. For the upload, I upload all the videos. Also, well, I have 2,000 videos, or more than 2,000. But you can go to YouTube, PICK-3 for newbies, 517. PICK-3 for newbies, 517, and that gives you a full video with all the strategies on it. Hey, Pick and Play, glad to have you with us. How you doing today? All righty, have a great day. Uh, uh, Chris, have a great day. I'm doing well, doing well. All right. Waiting on questions and answers for anybody that's new to the channel. Look at Oklahoma. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I wish I could on that because I'd have to do the same thing is go back and see what numbers are left on. You looking at the pairs? Any pairs that's way out, like over 60 days or so? That's what I would be looking for. Or like I say, any of the columns that ain't hit in a couple of months, or what single pair hasn't fallen in what place, a Hushner. Um, Front pair, mainly right now would be my front pair and back pairs too. I would be really looking at see what front pairs and back pairs ain't left. I mean, that's the only thing I would be able to look at, knowing on that. If I was, that's the main thing I look at is the front pair and the back pair. Like if I was to go to midday, I'd just track all the front pairs and back pairs. That don't take about maybe an hour, if that long, to see what front pairs and back pairs are left. Then I'd go through and see what single pairs are left on that data, and see what number and the opposite have not played up to now, and then build my numbers off of those, and that would be it. I'd hate to think they're cheating, but it should be a. If they repeating that many numbers, it's something way off. If they're repeating that many numbers to me, it's got to be something way off. And shoot, like I say, if I would in Illinois or probably any state, I would know if something fishy is going on. Then I'd just back off. I would back off. Ain't no doubt in my mind I'd back off. But yeah, um, AI is part of this deal, I believe, and AI can tell them what number's gonna pay you out the least amount of money. And once I figure out AI is in, I'm out. I'm telling y'all now, it ain't no win. If AI takes over, it ain't no win. You can't win. All they gotta do is program it where it pays find a number that pays out the less. It also can have AI set up where it messes with you psychologically by being one number on and one number off, and stuff like that. Once AI is in and I figured out, I'm out. I'm not gonna be playing with them like that because I ain't no way you're gonna beat that AI system. No way. And they can say what they want to say about it ain't rigged, there ain't nobody doing nothing to it. I know Ed, like I said, Eddie Tipton did it, and if he can do it, anybody can do it. And the lottery know it. I can't believe them. And they go, only way I would believe them is they go back to using them mechanical balls. And they was cheating on the mechanical balls back then. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. Illinois is doing good. I have to say that. But you say Missouri, pick and play. Missouri has been running the A5 path for 2 weeks, an exact repeat. Okay, so if it's playing that A5 pair for 2 weeks, huh, I probably would look at the mirror of not the mirror, but the opposite of that A5 would be the 3-0 front, and see what's running with that, and see what A5 and 3-0 ain't failed as of yet, and play those two. Like if it's the 805 ain't played, or 805, I don't know what 85 is played, and the 305, and play those two, something like that, the following month. Because I notice when numbers repeat, they're opposite of repeat that following month, or the number itself will repeat. On those numbers that repeat in the same month, that's what I'll be looking at. Because right now I'm playing um, the 1-7 pair that hasn't played all year yet, and they keep throwing that 6-2 pair out. Now I got them with the 6-2-2 because they played that. It was 7-17, the date of the year, and I played that. Say okay, I say well that's the 1-7-7 and the 1-1-1-7, so I just played them both the opposites and hit the 6-2-2. But that's the sound of stuff that I think you have to be able to see, that they might mirror opposite your numbers. I don't know why I keep saying mirror. They might opposite numbers, which they do. They do that. But yeah, Illinois is good at doing what it's supposed to do. Like it picked up all them doubles already. And like I say, I've never seen in the middle of the year like this, all the doubles front, pretty much front and back have played in July. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? I got to see what the rest of the year do, what the rest of the year brings. Because that that six, I'm playing 1-7, and they keep playing the 6-2 on the front. So I was playing the 6-2 on the front and the 1-7. That's how I got the 6-2-2. So yeah, you have to sometimes, be thinking that way. If they're gonna do the 8-5 and you playing the 3-0, You just have to roll both of them. Like uh, in Illinois, which I hate, playing online, you can only go uh, what is it, 6 days. In Missouri on the court, you can go 14 days. But in Illinois, I think online, and I don't know what it is on the court, I'm going to check Illinois cards. You can only go for 6 days. If it's different on the court, I might do that. Because I was running that 6-2 with that 1-7 on the front. To throw, not to throw them off, but if one or the other come, I'll win. So yeah, that's what I do sometimes. If I'm playing my number and they keep playing the opposite on the front, I run it for 14 days, 50 cent box. I mean, 50 cent or $1 on the front. That's what I'll do for them. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, for Illinois, the 2-6 and 6-2. Just dropped the 90, the 905, the fireball. Okay, for midday. Yep, congratulations to everybody that's playing midday and got the 905. And congratulations on the front on the PICK-4. Pick and play, congratulations. My last win was the triple eights, the 622. And shoot, I ain't gonna tell you, the 500, the 055. Well, you know, I post them, so if you've been watching my charts, you see them. Yeah, yeah, because you heard me talking about them, the eights and the threes, right? Yeah. Um, okay, 905 hasn't hit in Oklahoma. Yeah. Well, you know, any of these numbers can take that don't won't show up for 3 or 4 years. 905, that number itself might not show up in 3 or 4 years in any combination, any of them. That's why I say you have to track to see what number in his opposite hadn't played. That's the best way I have it seen it. Oh, that's 679. Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't play today? Okay. Well, Like I say, stick with your budget. That's 679 midday. Like I say, I'm strictly evenings. I used to play midday and evening East St. Louis and Missouri. I had to get away from all that. Yeah, but the only way I play a number for midday and evening if I didn't track and find out that it ain't fail midday at all or evening at all. And some of the underlying conditionings like the 5-5 front ain't fail on the front midday or evening, or the 5-1 ain't fail on the back midday or evening, and the number itself 5-5-1 hasn't failed midday or evening. Stuff like that. Certain conditions. Then I'll play that one number or two numbers, whatever the case may be, for midday and evenings. But I don't add a lot of numbers for midday and try to play midday. Um, when I yeah. There's a lot of folks drive back. I don't know how they do it. Well, I used to do it, but I don't do it no more. Driving back and forth across that bridge, especially in St. Louis with the Missouri, going back and forth on the bridge. Yeah, yeah. I guess 1311. Oh, that 5-8 prayer. Well, now they keep dropping it. I would go with it. I'd do the four, the 5-8 front, the 5-8 back, the 8-5 front, and 8-5 back. 50 cents. That'd be a little money. Be $2. But when they come in, that's how you do it. Uh, but I don't know if I do it for midday and evening. It had to be just one of them I would be catching. I wouldn't be doing it for midday and evening. Yeah, but you have to pace yourself. Like I think a couple of weeks ago, I didn't. Well, I couldn't play for a week because I was tied up in my other house. So I didn't play for a week. I mean, I think one of the numbers I played came in, but like I say, you drive yourself nuts trying to play every day. You won't have a relaxed moment. Sometimes I just take a whole week off and don't worry about it. And then like I said, it ain't like when I start back playing, I'm playing in the dark because I'll just come back and catch up on the numbers within a week's time and see where I'm at. And don't they ain't played too much what I've been playing, but if they do, I just miss out because I take a break from these numbers. I take a break from them because I don't let them spoil my week or whatever my relaxation time is. I just take off and enjoy what I'm doing and not worry about no numbers. You say 479. Hmm. Yeah, they can fall like 4 7. The 479. To fall 3 or 4 times in a year ain't bad for a same number to fall. If it, I don't know if you're talking about exact question, but that ain't bad. 4 times in a year, a number could fall 4 times in a year. Yep, you just said it. They just pulled it July the 2nd. Okay. So, like I said, I would probably that 497. I'd play, like you say, the opposite of it, opposite of it, the 942 along with it if I wanted to pick it up. Because if you notice it, if you're tracking it, you'll notice that a lot of times they do that. They play a number like if they play that 497 twice within the month, or even 3 times, the next month they'll bring the number back with its opposite and the number. But it's no. But like I say, we're still gonna have to look to see if they're using that AI strategy. But I don't see it in in Illinois. I don't see them using it in Illinois that much. The AI. I think I could tell. I really do. And I was looking for it in Missouri also, but I don't see them using it yet because I haven't been tracking Missouri as of yet. But Illinois, it's doing this thing. It looked like it's wrote because it played that double, that 112 just yesterday. It plays a lot of doubles. It plays a lot of doubles. And the numbers and the opposite, it played every number and the opposite last year. It wasn't one that I can recall other than I think the doubles. Was it a double? But it played a good 99% of the opposite and a double number last year. Either the number or its opposite played of the 1,000 numbers. Because I remember the last three coming in. No, I'm pretty that 100 hasn't hit yet. The 011 did because I was, I hit that 011 because remember that was the set that hadn't played last year. But it played the 100 hasn't failed yet, or the 400 that I know of. The 100, yeah, yeah, that 100 hasn't played, and but it's opposite played. That's why I wasn't really looking at the opposite of that 100, but one opposite playing the 556, if I recall correctly, it played. But the only two zeros that ain't played from last year that I'm thinking is the 400 and the 100. So yeah, the 011. So yeah, that's hmm. The, you know, let's see what I got here on the sheet. But see, here's the yeah. See, the 556 ain't played yet this year. So these are numbers on the opposites on those doubles that ain't played. I don't think I missed none. And it's not that many. That's why I say there'll be a lot more. But Illinois plays a lot of doubles. They just played the 5-5. I mean the 9-9-5 this month, just recently, and the 9 hadn't fell in the middle, and the 8 hadn't fell on the end. That's how I was steadily looking at those triple eights. The 8 hadn't fell on the end. It just hit with the triple eights, I believe. Yeah. $31 combos. Hmm. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. You're tracking some. Oklahoma has 31 combos that's haven't failed one time this year. Hmm. That's still only half the year, so that probably ain't bad. 31 combos that ain't failed for a year out of the 1,000 numbers. If I'm thinking right, ain't bad. You think that's like for it to be almost August? What combo you talking about the numbers or what is for what talking about what combos? Singles or doubles or combination of singles and doubles as combos? Mm-hmm. All right, fam. I'm gonna get off of here, get my day started before it get going on me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. One day at a time. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for being on the channel. Pick and play. All right, like I always say, play up till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town.